Well, it's time for some Elden Ring stuff. I don't entirely know what I'm doing in this game. I'm not even gonna pretend I know what's going on most of the time. I'm enjoying it. At the end of the day, isn't that all that matters? I think so. That's all good. I'm hoping maybe today I'll do a bit better than spending an entire hour on a boss. But who could say? Who could say? Let's just jump in and pick up from where we left last time. I honestly can't remember. I remember we got like a new summon. It was Godric Soldiers, I think it was. That sounds like a better version of what I have been using. And god damn it, there's 2 bots in a row. Now that is impressive. Is that 3 bots in a row now? God almighty. I forgot. We'll get to the game in a second. I'm just needing to tidy up the chat. Almighty. There we go. Yeah, there's not any more. That's fine. Alright, into the game. Into the game. So, I mean, I was going to say last time we went to beat Margaret, but apparently my man can just break a fence by jumping into it. It's either a very strong set of legs our person has, or has a very weak fence, and I'm willing to go with the second of those. Now, something we have been finding, which I haven't really used at all, is we have our stone keys. In key items. Yeah, stone sword key. I can think of, 2 places where they can come in useful. The first of which, down in our starting area, we had somewhere. Second of which, all the way over here, in the like round table area. It's called the round table. That is good because I was a bit worried it wouldn't actually be called that. Yeah, just everyone's as they were before. That's all fine. Where do I have to go? I'm remembering correctly, it was up here. No, it wouldn't have been up there because I can't guess up there. It was somewhere off to the side and down a set of stairs, wasn't it? Okay, yeah, we've got Mr. Blacksmith. I'll talk to you in the way past.
Where have you been hiding? I took you for dead. No matter, it's all the same.
I've
Lay out your arms then.
not wanted to come back. Yeah, strengthen my armament. Can strengthen this Zweihander. Do we want to? I think so. That's going to be quite nice to have upgraded. There we go. Because I'm liking the Zweihander. It's a fun weapon, you know. Why can I not, like, hold it in 2 hands while I'm in this area? That's a little annoying, but okay. Yeah, here is where I remembered. Use a key. Yeah, I found one of these before. I know that's where you use them. I've seen that in videos. And, oh god, we've got another place to use one. Okay, we lose the key, which is a shame. But we do get treasure, and... Okay. Black key crossbow. I've got a handful of stuff that I could use. So why would I want that? Is it easier to use? Yes. Quite heavy. I don't want that, I'll be honest. Like, it's alright. But yeah, we also need to see what's through here. Please don't say there's another spot to use a key even through here. I don't know how many like keys I can find. Okay, no, it's just that one. Get to open this. What's this? Prayer book. Assassin's prayer book. This marks a key item, wasn't it? You have to learn cleric. Learn new incantations. Okay. That's interesting. Likely prawn or crab. Okay. Sure, it's just some super vat. That's fine. Yeah, find the learned cleric. I know Man of a Claw is what the man called himself. Got up here. It's like a wheel around his neck for some daft reason. Not that way. You can also like get a hug if we go into there, but we're not. Yes, this man here, you're a cleric, aren't you?
You appear to be doing well. Very good. Well then, would you like to learn an incantation?
I would, but I'd also like to give you this.
That is a work of heresy. Its incantations bear no lineage from the Erd Tree. Very well. I'll take it off your hands.
Alright, so... Oh. I can conceal myself. Oh, that sounds fun. I've also got Cure Poison. I will almost definitely grab that at some point. Heal could be useful. Silencing myself could be nice. Yeah, I like the idea of both of these. Being like stealthy and having a giant weapon.
Shine through you.
I'm not using them yet, though. That'd be madness. But yeah, for now, we need to fast travel away. We've unlocked that area up there, is where we last went. Before that, we were down this way, and I was quite liking this area. I'll be honest, it's a nice place to be. I don't know what the hell's down here, but it was quite a nice area. Not very friendly or anything. Yeah, I want to just follow the road to the south. And I want to... I honestly think I do want to jump up there. I haven't been down that side of a cliff. Okay. Yeah, as I remembered, we've got this thing here. This is my first time using one of these, but I think you do just jump, right? Yeah. That lets me get into here. I hadn't expected that. We get a couple warming stones. And we get a turtle shell. Is that a shield? I think I saw someone's ghosty man using it as a shield. Yeah, it's a medium shield. So you get different sizes of shield. Alright. These are small ones. I think I'm fine with a small shield. Yeah, I'll leave that be for now. Not get anything else up here, do we? And while we do want to head south, I don't think we can head south from here. We're just going to fall to our death if we try. Yeah, are we able to just jump back down the way we came? It looks like we can drop onto these, like, gravestone things. Or grave markers, or whatever you want to call them. This should be fine. It feels a bit risky, but they've clearly been put here as steps to get down. There we go. Yeah, just want to head south. South, maybe slightly to the west. No, we've very much been west. Just head south. And see what I can find. We've got a big castle. We also have... I mean... nothing actually marked in the map. Although this thing here is a map, right? That looks dangerous. We've got a map. Okay. Now that we have a map, that is good. I think I'm technically in combat, so I can't look at my map. Bit mean of that person, it's just fire at me. Also, this is an Ash of War in there. If I can track you down, you're teleported, you get. Come on. Come back here. I'm gonna get you. God damn it. Do I need to sneak up on it? that what this one is? Is this not anything to do with anything other than sneaking up quietly? Okay, charge and attack. There we go. Poison Mist. It's a spell that one had. The other ones I found of those have had Ashes of War, I want to say. The item's called. Is that a bear? That is a bear. Fight it. Not really. Doesn't seem to be guarding anything. I'm happy to live and let live from Winnie the Pooh. It's all good. And damn, that's a poison swamp right there. Can I just not go in the poison swamp? Is that a thing I can do? Or not do, I guess. I don't like poison swamps. I don't think there's a single person who claims to. And I found the guy who's shooting at me. I didn't think it would be a guy, to be honest. It looks like one of those golems from before. I can take down a golem, especially when he's at half health. Okay. To get off of him. And I apparently threw away my weapon. Okay, get my weapon back out. Oh god, this guy is puny in comparison, isn't he? Why is this guy so puny compared to the other golem type I thought? I get it. He's died so quickly. Am I just that much more powerful? I don't know, but he'll stop shooting at me now. Yeah, I didn't expect weak foe indeed. That guy was really easy to kill. That feels off. That feels off right there. Question it. I would. Doesn't quite feel right. Now I'm hearing... Yeah, that guy there. They're not important. That's fine. We've got an item in here by these dogs. So just murder some dogs. Why am I punching now? How do I keep putting away my weapon? I don't know. But it's not ideal. Okay. Murder dogs, please. There we go. Yeah. A single golden rune. Oh, how fun. Isn't that useful? Oh, that is completely useless. And anything else hidden along here? No. Not seeing anything. I mean, do follow the coast along. We've got big castle. It's likely an important castle. Yeah. There's not a lot else, is there? Alright, that's fine. Just head on this way. We do get a double jump, right? So I can make it up here. Yes. That's a message. I'm not bold enough to read it. We are just going to go inside the castle because I can't think what else we could do. Then we can go around it. I'm seeing immediately a very large sword, one I likely can't use. I saw one of these before, didn't I? Castle Morn. Lone hero fights for his vengeance, only to fall at the hands of Lord Godfrey. Hey. We saw another one of those graves previously, didn't we? Like on our way into the very start of this whole area. Also, there is stuff around the back. I can't get down. I found the rare flower. I remember reading its entry when I found a bunch before. Those are rare. Okay. Is that all we can do outside of this place? I mean, apparently Weeping Peninsula. Got Poison Swamp. Almost definitely stuff out in the water. For now, though, I It seems we're going up here, and I should probably get off my horse. It doesn't really do well with stairs, I have found. I think it's more so me who doesn't do well, but no, we're not allowed a horse anyway. That's fine. That's fine. We've got enough Taurus. The rest at sight and grace. It's time to explore. Like, from what I understand, this is probably like the second area of the game. Why am I here? Why have I decided this is a place I want to be? Left. I mean, anything underneath, we've got to check first. It's the water down there, isn't it? Yeah. There's water. Notes don't seem to hint at anything. Our man, I would imagine, can't swim. Most Souls-like protagonists don't seem to have the ability to swim. There's lift coming? How big is this lift shaft? I mean, I'm always happy with a large shaft. This goes really high. Can't really look directly enough up to see what I'm going into. I'm a bit worried here. Not just arriving at a boss arena, am I? I hope I'm not. That'd be a bit upsetting. No, that's not a boss arena. Oh my god, we have a stake up here. Or, no, that's not a stake, that's summoning, isn't it? God damn it. Okay. What do and don't we have? I mean, firstly, very obvious dog I can sneak up on. There's the ambush. I knew it was here somewhere. It was going to be. Whenever there's something obvious to loot, an obvious enemy you can get an attack on, they have another waiting. Just outside of your vision. I know this game well enough by now. Smithing Stone 2s. I need honestly more Smithing Stone 1s. If the game would give me them. Quite nice. I guess it's fine for now. I've just noticed all the corpses there at that table. And the blood. Okay, this is an interesting place. These are the demi-humans with cleavers up that tile. Okay. Not amazing to have just come across. But I guess it could have been worse. Yeah, just give him a whack. Give him another. That's him. Hearing something big the other side of this wall. Maybe on top of it. I don't quite know where it is. Something big through that way. Staring at what it is. There's not anything good up there, is there? Guy with the big axe. That's probably the best thing up there. Got like some butterflies. There is a single item. Possibly way to that upper area up there. I think I'd rather be down here for now. I don't know. I think this is better. Now this guy's quite large, so get a heavy hit in. Another heavy hit in while he's standing. I missed. Oh, I fought one of these guys before who was a boss. I was actually in this kind of zone. Not this place, but this kind of a zone. Whoa, there's other people attacking him. He's not friendly with all of these other guys. And he's also got a sanctuary stone. Other one had an old fang. Okay. Now, who's jumping out at me here? No one. I got... Oh, that is lovely. 3 smithing stones. Is that enough to let me upgrade one of my weapons now? Could be. Could be. Oh, I know I should go up that ladder, but I need to know what was back here, don't I? God damn it. Okay. By stealth, how badly do they want to kill me? Quite badly, it seems. Knocked one down, one of them's dead, two of them are dead. Okay. We're not too bad. I can take them out with the Zweihander. Got only one more who's actually aware of me currently. So that's quite nice. And that did not connect. Don't know if that was too apparent by the fact it didn't hit him. Take him out. He's an odd type, isn't he? Like, clawed feet, lizard tail, maybe feathers. Humanoid figure though. Are they actually demi-humans? Or are they some kind of experiment? Or genetically modified creature of some type? I don't know. But I will grab some butterflies. The rest of those guys don't seem to care. Got more butterflies down the way. But no, we're going over here for now. Just wander off. What are we going to find? Because we could have ended up there. There was a definite ladder. Much easier to follow that route. I've got chests. We have... I mean, there's bound to be an enemy. Where are they? Don't trust this. Who's the enemy who wants to kill me? There's not an enemy there. Okay, okay. God damn it. I'm gonna regret this. Like, the guy's gonna be in the chest, isn't he? Oh? Oh. Gets me a claymore. Claymore! That's just a great sword, isn't it? Yeah. What is the difference in size? That's great sword. And this is a colossal one. Okay, yeah, colossal sword is definitely larger. I don't know why I would have doubted that. Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, be sneaky. I don't trust this place. It's been too empty. Yeah, we've got people here. One of them is shouting. We're doing an execution. Just murder them both. Okay, I got one. The other one apparently avoided my big sweep. That's fine. They're now dead. They got their execution off, sadly. It would be nice if we could save that guy, although it doesn't look like he'd be willing to have had a chat. Wires ahead. Well, I'm assuming there were messages saying to jump off. I will always do, like, a manual check. I'm never going to believe there's an invisible path. Is the game cruel enough to do that? I feel it could be, you know. I feel it could. Okay. Fights going on between, I'm assuming, Godric soldiers? Yeah, Godric soldiers and these demi-human kind of fellas. Trying to help out the Godric soldiers, but I did just murder one of them, along with their enemy. Okay, that took one out. I didn't actually mean to, but it did. But I like the charge attack, it is just staggering people so well. Like, there we go. Execute, and yeah, you're trying to hit me. I shouldn't have gotten hope on, but I'd make friends. I shouldn't have. Yeah, knock him down. Give him a whack. Give him another. Down he is. This is fine. I'm managing. I'm not wanting to really go in too Dangerous. So why has it got a steel wire? Wrong button again. I've got like a normal torch, but fire breather. Also better damage. Comes with fire damage. Higher requirement? But I mean, still base 10, so anyone's able to use it. That's fine. You don't need to question it yet. Just need to kill the sole survivor. No one else about. Nope. Well, down goes you. Now these... yeah, these are just gals. Got people immediately below us, that's what I'm hearing. And... something for players. Okay. Summon other people if I'm not going to. I like doing solo fights if I'm going through an area which is reasonable to solo your way through. Appreciate it though. I appreciate the game giving me that as an option. Now, I can drop down there, but that's with that ladder from before. Lead? Why does it give me an option? Also, I can see there's nothing in there. It's literally a window to a wall. Like, that's boring. Don't know why I've installed a window. Now, does it want me to just drop down? It does. Okay, I didn't take fall damage, so that's clearly one of the somewhat scripted areas. Got it. They're meant to do a jump there. I do like that in some of these, like, Souls games, where there's a few areas where you can just fall down. You don't take damage. There's not ever many. But they do exist, and quite a few of them. Anyway, sneak up behind. I see there's a bird trying to get to me. Let's do this quick. Finish you off. And, okay, it's not an actual bird. It's one of these fellas. Got an arrow. How do I take you out? I can do that. That seems to work. There we are. Okay. Do a big upward slash, or I could maybe just do a big jump. I just jump at him. I can just jump. That's fine. I do enjoy just jumping around with a big sword out. It's a fun time. Steal some butterflies while I'm here. Down that way, Sight of Grace. Before we go down, a ladder here, leading to an item of some kind. Got ladder here, leading to item, fight that's going on, however it's somewhat secluded. We have a way back up if I jump down. It would not look at it. Okay. Okay. As much as I'd love to jump down, we're gonna go do these bits first. This side looks like the most dangerous, so I'm immediately going this way. Honestly, we're not all that far that we need to go. If it's up a lift, across a courtyard, up a ladder, across another sort of courtyard, and I don't trust that guy. No, that's the guy I killed before. And I can get over there. From that other side, the ground doesn't look as high up. Only just able to get over this wall, so we're not gonna jump over yet. As much as I would love to. As much as I would love to. Okay, stealth. Figure out what's going on. Immediately, guy with shield, demi-humans. Killed demi-human, and the Gothic person didn't want me dead. How kind. I mean, they can be reasoned with. I don't know. I do seem to be able to help out, but no, now he wants to murder me. That's not acceptable. I'm against both factions here, therefore kill them both. It's a shame. It'd be nice if you could pick a side. I understand it's a Souls game, you're not allowed friends. Except from the few that you are, for whatever reason. And friend ahead, don't believe that entirely. Oh. Who, my man, are you?
There's a face I've not seen before.
Are you that woman's
Lord
father?
of this castle, as ordained by Lord Godric himself. But you can see how things have turned out. The menials have all rebelled. They gave me good service, or so I thought. But it seems it was all an act. Foul creatures, as it said, and true enough, they're foul inside and out. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
It's like a plague turned those guys mad, Ben, maybe.
Castle Morn won't hold much longer. Take this, by way of apology.
Oh. Ah, you third of a twig. That's actually quite nice. I'll give you the letter.
From Arena. Thank you. I'm in your debt, but I can't leave yet. Even if the castle should fall, as commander, I must remain to ensure the treasured sword of Morn does not fall into the wrong hands.
Okay, find the sword, and I get to send him away, because he would deem me as the right hand. That's what I understand. Or if I find the sword, bring it to him, he'll decide it's the wrong hand, and then attack me. It's one of those. It's either I managed to save that woman's father, or I'm the one that ends up killing him. I mean, I'm happy enough killing the father. That is maybe not the nicest thing to do, but I mean, if he's going to try jumping. At what point? At what point, John? There is a lot of jumping to be had if I really wanted. I swear that's what half the signs say as well. Anyway, it's not there. It's around this bit, isn't it? I saw the ladder. Yeah, here it is. Descend the ladder. Got a Sight of Grace next to me. But I don't know if I can get back out of it easily. Like, I'm just trying to do the little side places as best I can. Or committing myself down one path. Okay, that's expected. I knew there was going to be an enemy somewhere. Didn't expect it to be quite so soon is all. I was on edge. Now we're going to have a second enemy, would we? I mean, I'm immediately noticing, like, guy there. It's hard not to notice. I kind of noticed him from a distance. Okay, stealth up. And not quite a death blow in one hit. But we do get him in a second as he tries to stand up. That gets us some smithing stones. God damn it, I need like the first tier of him so I can actually upgrade my weapon. I've got so many of the second tier ones. Like, if I go and have a check, how many do I have? Yeah, 4 of the first one, 5 of the second. I've even got like a smithing stone 6. To reinforce up to plus 18. I shouldn't have that at this point in the game. I really shouldn't. I've got it. And honestly, it does amaze me by the fact you can get that high. It's a great hangout spot. I mean, it does. Like, there's plenty of bodies about. Like, it looks popular. Anyway, Sight of Grace. I don't think I actually got hit once on my way in here. I should have full health, right? Yeah, full health. So I have a small amount of passive healing. I will respawn here, won't I? I can TP if I need to. But yeah, let's just keep on going. I don't have to rest. I probably should have to level up, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. How many? I've got a lot of runes. Alright. What does it say? What do you mean this one? The whole run. I don't understand. And we've got a slightly phallic looking rock. Is that what it's on about? Maybe? I don't know. This one's gonna say try jumping. Or, yeah, each in the head. This one's not lying though, is it? Like, there is an item down there. Better than dropping down back? Probably better than jumping over that to the open grate. Possibly not, but I do like the idea of item. Also, what am I going towards? I'm going out into that island, aren't I? That island is almost definitely a boss fight. I don't know why there's a boss fight there, but it's almost definitely one. Oh, it's a stone sword key. That's good. I like them. They open doors because they're a key. I don't know why I said that as it was like some new astounding fact, but nah, that's just kind of what happens with doors. Keys. I have that kind of relationship. Now, these guys are here. I do need to be careful. On their own, they're not all that dangerous. But if they catch you off guard, they really can hurt. And if it's anything like Dark Souls 3, they will be hanging out on ceilings and possibly on walls in order to attach themselves to your head. Okay, got a bunch of damage in. Apparently, we're not able to get like a critical blow or whatever you call it. But that's fine. Just continue to murder. They're doing perfectly good. It's gonna be a long fight, isn't it? I could just run away, like they're not very fast. I don't think it's that they have a lot of health, it's that they have a lot of defense. I'm assuming like fire or a certain element's good against it. Maybe holy's good against it. Weapons can have different things, like torches are fire. You have... I mean, I think I've got a scythe that's holy. I think scythe is holy damage. I can see these things as being unholy in some way. Like, that would make sense. Anyway, it's about dead. Finish it off with this. That didn't finish it off. I look a bit daft now. There we go. Were they even guarding anything? Or is that just for if you failed to jump to punish you? It's probably just to punish you. Now, in here, there's a way through the ceiling above. Immediately got guy I should talk to, and we've got you. Don't know which way you're facing. Just give you a murder. And there we go. I think you might have been facing into the corner. Worth checking though. There's one on the ceiling, what? Like slime-wise? Yeah, it looks like there is. I was literally saying a second ago there's probably one here. I assumed that the item was protected by the little guy in a corner. But yeah, again, I should never be too accepting of what I get immediately shown. It is a Souls game, and why is that cloth constantly getting in my way? Careful I don't accidentally murder a spirit. I don't know if I can. But I would be a bit sad if I did, because I mean, we're not the best conversationalists. How do dual wield? You can hold two weapons. I don't know how dual wielding works. Do you want me to give it a go quick? I'll tell you in a second. I mean, I don't tend to go for dex builds. I like the big weapons. I'm not going to go for big hammer this time. I'm quite liking the big sword. And oh yeah, the smithing stone. How fancy. Yeah, if I wanted, I could have, let's say, straight sword and a dagger. Dagger, you can do like swish moves with. Sword, you can attack. You can't attack with both simultaneously. They don't combo together in any way. But you can dual wield. Like, it's a thing you can do. It's not my kind of thing, like I say. But it's a thing you can do. Like, definitely. It's helped me. I'm of noble blood. These hideous mongrels eat me, I'll be forever marred. Anything but please think the disgrace. Can't kill the guy. Bit of a shame, but fair enough. I climb on top and see his messages. You don't have the right. I don't have the right what? How about two-handed? Oh yeah, you can use two-handed. I'm two-handing this. You can two-hand any weapon, one-hand any weapon. Like, I could use two separate giant swords if I had, like, any good reason to. Why are these guys all facing away? As if they all want to be hit like this. What odd thing. Are they cowering from something? Yeah, my first guess. No illusory wall, that's fine. But we're definitely cowering. Slowly making my way up to a tower. Down by the beach, there's definitely something. Like, I will be fighting a big boss down back. Eh? I'll do sip, John. Why are these guys cowering? We've got weapons. It's not as if they're incapable of fighting. It's just something's scared them. I mean, slime. Yeah, fair enough. A little scary. I'm assuming I want to drop down to that roof in a sec. I will do. Just before that, I've got Big Man. Why is he able to roll? I did not expect him to be rolling at me. What the hell is he up to? What is his fighting pattern? I did not expect Big Man to be a dex build. Okay, fair enough. Okay, Charm. Oh, that was a slime behind me. Okay, that's not good. That slime kinda threw me off. I should have killed it when I was making my way here. I forgot it was on the bridge. Fuck that. That guy's not even too tough to beat. He isn't. Like, I was able to stagger him. Yeah, why? I haven't lost the twig. I know that sacrificial twig I was given is lost on death instead of my runes. I didn't seem to lose it. Now, just head down this way. Seems the safest way. That jellyfish down by that tower? I think it is. Yeah, definitely boss. I can see the fog from here. You got the wall of stench, as it is in this game. I don't know if it's supposed to be that. That's exactly what it looks like. Anyway, just run past these guys, honestly. They're not a threat. This guy here, also not a threat. I was just trying to feel out his moves, which was kind of a bad idea on my part, seemingly. Ow, that did not work. Ouch. I tried to do a power attack on him. I shouldn't have. Attack. See you rolling off a cliff. They laugh as you see you lose all your souls. Yeah. I'm usually quite good at avoiding cliffs myself. But there has been times. There has been. Let's go fight that guy again. He isn't bad. I'm just trying to cheat him. I shouldn't. I should fight the guy normally. I don't need to try and cheat him. Seems you aren't able to stealth up either, which was slightly throwing me off, but I mean I can forgive that, that's fine. Got my runes back. Stagger, stagger, stagger. Back away. That didn't connect. I thought that would connect and stagger him. God damn it. And he can just do a 180, can't he? Don't be too surprised, that's what a lot of enemies do. Just stagger him again. screw it. I'm not gonna bother trying to dodge him. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Now, Slime's still chasing me. Slowly. It's still chasing me. I need to be aware of that. Not like immediately aware, but I need to be aware that it's a thing. Now, immediately get a chest. Is that all we've got up here? All we've got. Alright. It is Windblade Talisman. Is this one about dual wielding? Lance's final hit, chain attack. Also can wear a second talisman. I mean, what do they do chain attacks? Fire negation, maybe? The Minecraft update is it? I can't say I know entirely what that's bringing with it. Is there anything worth keeping an eye on, or is it just new? Because, I mean, people cared about the bees and whatnot, but I really didn't. It's got frogs. But mods have had frogs for a while. Like, I don't know why they're acting as if that's something amazing to have, or anything of that nature, because it's not. Like, there have been frogs in, like, Feed the Beast and such for ages. Like, I don't see why they don't just port over a ton of animals if that's what they're after. Anyway, immediately an item. Yes, it's allowed. It had some sunflowers. Poor guy. He's just out picking flowers and fell to his death. Not a fun thing to have happen during your flower picking. I don't know if he necessarily fell, but he died. I'm assuming he fell to his death. Back here. Precious item, is it? Yeah. You're not fooling me. There's not anything down there, is there? That's just death. Chests and boats. I mean, hooray? Why would you want a chest and a boat though? Like, I don't see the direction they're taking it in. It seems they're just adding all sorts of stuff, like new stuff for the most part, but none of it seems particularly interesting. When they added their villagers, isn't it they're called? Like, the guys will come along and raid villages and whatever. Like, that was an interesting thing they added for an update. Was it an important thing? Probably not. Probably not. But it was interesting. This looks like the right spot. Go. And the warden. Like, I've not kept up with a lot, but I don't know what most things are called. I'm just gonna say yes. And leave it at that. And, ow, these are some rather vicious looking rats. Ow. Hell. Why are they dealing so much damage? It's when are the rats able to actually fight? And also I'm completely stuck here. That was brilliant. that was fantastic. What a horrible room to have to fall into. Like, I heard they'd buffed the rat, but that was stupid. Like, my big sword wasn't doing a very good job against them. Anyway, just run on through. I can honestly take about any path. All I need to do is turn immediately left and I'll be back where I was, practically. Like, this is interesting. Wouldn't tell. 2 hearts of damage. That is a lot of damage. That is a substantial quantity of damage right there. Anyway, drop down here. Take the path I took last time. not amazing, but I took a bit of fall damage. Now I'm outside, I should be able to fight these guys easy. Yeah. I like my big heavy charge attack with my Zweihander. It's a fun weapon for her. Or health an Ender Dragon. Okay, so it's like a new boss, or just new. I mean, it's a new boss, fair enough. It's the thing, a bit less exciting. Again, like, there are plenty of bosses you can get, just through mods. Not a lot of them are actually all that decent, though, so I hope the new guy's gonna be alright. I found a whip. I mean, nothing's gonna ambush me here. That's maybe a dex weapon, right? Yeah. It's also just not good. I don't want to use it. Pretty sure you can one-shot it with Netherite armor. Netherite armor doesn't do damage. Silly John. Can't one-shot something with just armor. Society Grace. Lovely. I will actually rest here quick, because I've used a single left flasks and I'd like to level it. Oh, it can one-shot you. No, you can one-shot it. Fair enough, I misread. Okay. What stats do they actually need for this stave of mine? Faith. I just need to invest in faith. The rest of my stats are fine. Just level up. Single point into faith. We need to get another 12 points in faith. That'll be a good weapon when they do. It will be. Hopefully. I really want it to be a good weapon. But yeah, this is going to be a big boss man, isn't it? I'm going to run into. I'm a bit worried. Before I'm like properly worried though, just kill him. Like he's not too tough. Die in the sky. Ow. I didn't expect you to have a dagger on you. I was going to say you're not much of a pain either, because I can just whack you with this. And then take you out. It's a right nuisance. I don't like flying ones. Long daggers. Not great. I'll take it. Not great. And we found more jellyfish. I love that. Jellyfish are a good bunch. They'd never hurt me. They would. They would most definitely try and hurt me. Hello, jellyfish. Friendship ahead. It looks like friendship to me. Look how good friends we are. There's an item over there. Now, keep an eye on the floor as I wander about. Somber smithing stone. Still, keep an eye on the floor. I don't want to fall to my death. Drown. Or whatever you want to call it. Now, go along here. Crabs. Oh, we get crabs. Hey, friendly crabs? Yes. They drop anything? No. Okay, crabs can be left alone. Ah, hello convicts. That's a new crab. Okay, hello, bigger crab. Maybe I shouldn't have murdered your presumably child. What's it with these games and having crabs? Like, they all do. Okay. Just run around him. I'm doing mostly fine. Get my stamina back. Stations are cool. I mean, yeah. The crabs are one of the more interesting enemies. But they're always there. And they're always the same in every one of the games. Give it a whack. Give it a whack. 2 more hits on it. He's killing his own children. Or she. I don't know its gender. But that seems off. That seems off. I've got its eggs. So I've got more children. What are they added under? Maybe key items, are they? No. Crafting materials? Crafting materials. Will I ever craft in this game? Maybe. Let me get fire arrows. I mean, that is what you do with them, yeah. You need a bow or something, but you do fire arrows. It's not wrong. Obviously getting a bit hard to get rid of. Is that just what's happened? It's just like one of the devs got crabs. As a pet, not as an STI or STD or whatever the acceptable term for it is now. God almighty, that's the 4th one this stream. God damned bots. And at the very start of the stream, I had like 3 separate bots sending a message one after another. With the same thing, asking me to buy viewers or followers or whatever. Ah. Reverse the mist. We're fighting someone important, right? I just hide. No, hiding's not gonna work. Seems to have a dex build. He's also not got the most health ever. That's good. He's easier than the first boss in the game if he's staying like this. Expect him to have a second to appear. Or a second phase that's actually tough. Because so far, this isn't too bad. I say as I get hit, but he's not too bad yet. Keep an eye out for his kinda winding attack. Yeah, I can beat him. He's not going to be the toughest of bosses. He is eminently, like, somewhat beatable. I can do him. I can almost definitely stand a chance of beating him. I just hope it's not like the Margit fight where they add in a ton of just stupid moves. But they may. Anyway, that guy really wants to fight. I don't care enough for him. Jellyfish? Do you want to fight the man? Probably not. Did he say? Seek friend. Like a summon sign. You don't need a summon. Summons are for the weak. And for Draenor, who I'm not allowed to call weak, but he likes his summons. Do we stagger him? We do stagger. Good to be aware of. We can stagger, we're all fine. Yeah, like, I've hit him not many times, and he's already a lot dead. Like, if I just focus a bit better on dodging, I can almost definitely beat him. Because, I mean, he's not the smartest man, he just ran into a wall at the end there. He's clearly not the toughest enemy if he's just going to run into a wall. Now, is the better way to go to the boss fight just, yeah, jumping off the bridge? A sneaking suspicion that was a better way than using a ladder. You'd think you'd want to use a ladder rather than chucking yourself off a bridge, but no, this game's quite generous with its fall damage. Up until a certain point, but it then will just be very vicious with its fall damage. It's either you die, or you just take no damage whatsoever. Is generally how it goes. My hit did not connect there. My hit should have connected. I feel cheated. Okay. Get my rolls in, right. Give him some whacks. Back away. His eyes are no longer red, which I assume is good for me. Maybe less good for him. If I had, like, a guess. That's like a berserk mode or something, right? It's a mode that still damages me when he's activating. Okay. Like, he is beatable, this man. I'm just not playing with him, is the only thing. Should I, like, properly focus this time? I don't like properly focusing, because it makes it less enjoyable than just swing a sword and dodge mostly at the right time. I could focus. I run out of things to talk about, really. Because, I mean, I'm not focusing on talking at all. Alright. It's got some larger combos than I thought. Honestly, yeah. That 3-hit combo. Doesn't it usually do 2 hits like that? Yeah. Lovely, it's like Margit again, isn't it? As soon as I start learning him, he chucks in new attacks. Brilliant. Oh, I hate Dark Souls games. I really do. Like, most of the time they'll be fine. But then they chuck some annoying things into the bosses. I mean, I like the Dark Souls games because you get to actually learn how the fights work. What's good, what's not good. But then, they also have people who just are not really fun to beat because they chuck in extra attacks when they shouldn't. Give him a whack, take a step back. God damn it. Man. He's a real pain, isn't he? He's awfully speedy. This is why I don't like dex builds on bosses. This man's being a prime example of that. I just like jump and then no, jumping does not help. I can't beat this guy. I'm trying to learn him still. Maybe I just shouldn't. Maybe I should just go with the flow. Maybe I should go with the flow. Like, going with the flow, it works, but I don't ever quite remember how to do stuff outside of, like, muscle memory. Well, to be fair, like, muscle memory is a lot of this game, isn't it? You don't need more than just a bit of memory. Yes, muscle memory it is. We're just gonna do this entirely based on a whim and intuition. Okay, no, you cannot stagger him when you're doing that. Heal up. Roll. Roll again. Okay. Lovely. I swear they get harder after, like, your first or second attempt. I swear they do. Like, this guy, he's probably higher level than I'm supposed to be fighting right now. He's likely not meant to be able to kill me this easily. But do I care enough about that fact to change up what I'm doing? I don't think I do. Okay, when his eyes aren't red, you can stagger him somewhat. Just be a bit careful now his eyes are red, because he chucks in more attacks. Okay, cannot interrupt him when he's in the air. Back away, heal up. Okay, I feel I should have avoided that, but okay. Fair enough. Okay, getting some good hits in. He's staggered. I can do the 3-hit combo. It's half health. Wait for his eyes to not be red anymore. When his eyes are red, he's a bit of a nuisance, to say the least. Okay, heal up. Dodge roll. No, never mind. Healing took too long. Okay, stab him, go for a combo. That's not a heal that went into his red-eyed form. Okay, back away. I need to heal again. Okay, heal up. There we go. Still got one heal left. Can beat the man. He's no longer got red eyes. Just whack him. Okay, one last hit should be all I need. Let's see if we can do a big final charged hit. There we go. He's a great enemy, apparently. And they're getting crafted blade greatsword. That is a mouthful to say. Yeah, he was an odd one. You just had to stay away from him when his eyes were red. That was literally it. Does the sword look good? Have you seen it before? Let me have a look. Sword requires 40 strength. Yeah, I can't use it efficiently. Okay, that does look cool. I can swing it. Like, what if I two-hand it? I'm not using it efficiently. A guy gets staggered. Damage is currently just better using something else. It's a shame, but I mean, I am eventually going to go over to this, because that just looks cool, that winged scythe. But what does it look like? I haven't actually equipped it yet. Is it like a big scythe? That's a big scythe. It seems fun to me, having this. I need more faith for it though. Although it does let you do big jumpy stuff. Which is nice. Charge attacks, big upward thing. Yeah. I'm wanting to use this scythe. The scythe is going to be fun when I'm able to use it. For now we're just going to keep using this Y-hander who. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hope I am. Does it sound a bit daft? Well done, says that. Is that it? Is that really all this area has? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't at least a bit disappointed in that. Like that was optional. Okay, I was supposed to go from there up this way. There's something in that kind of an area I need to go to. I want to say... No, that pointed me this way. There's something in the castle still that I need to find. Where would it be in the castle? I thought I'd done a good job at looking everywhere. Where haven't I been? I haven't been like to the throne room or whatever it might be at the top of the castle, I guess. So if we go here behind the castle, it's a good spot to look for whatever it is. But this one doesn't have anything pointing me where to go. I didn't check. Can I jump up? I can't. And god damn it, it's another bot. Fifth one this stream. This is madness, these bots. It really is. Okay. This is not the right place to teleport to everything. So this is actively leaving the castle. Not that way. What have I missed in the castle? I must have missed something. I need to go like all the way back to the left, annoyingly. Missed something here, right? Like that's pointing me in this direction. Pointing grace appears when you finish the objective. Talk to the dude. What, you mean the guy up there? No, I haven't actually, no. That is a good shout. Like, is the crafted sword one he wanted? That seems a little off. I thought it'd be like the sword of the house or something. Also, hello, Granada. Good to see you. Always good seeing a new face and whatnot. I mean, I guess talk to the guy up here again? See that being a reasonable thing to do. Let's just quickly murder some rabid dogs. As you do. Kinda doing these guys in the castle a favour doing this. God almighty, I hate dogs. In this game, at least. Real life, they're fine. It's not in this game. What is it with the Souls dogs and always being the biggest possible nuisance? How do they manage it? Okay, there we go. Maybe it's just because I go with like big heavy weapons. Slow ones. Yeah, that was a good shout. I'm going to talk to man. Talking to him, probably quickest going up the ladder in this corner is what I'm thinking. Just run past you. You don't matter. Got this guy apparently. Kill him. Inga build. I mean, as much as I want to deny it, that is the kind of build I like the best. I run through Dark Souls 3, refusing to wear armor, and just using the biggest hammer I could find, while maintaining a light load. I had to upgrade my endurance to point, I think. Or whatever it is that increases your carry capacity. It was good fun. It's good fun. I kinda navigated the whole lack of armor using the dragon transformation stones. So it did work out somehow. In an odd way it worked out. I know I'm being attacked, so just... Ow. I expected them to fly. Normally they fly. Yeah, okay. This hasn't exactly gone amazingly. I got through this castle the first time, believe it or not, without using a single one of my, like, cerulean tier flasks, or healing flasks, or whatever you want to call it. Just focusing on him. 0 points in vigor. No, I've got 5 points is what I've got. That's all I have. That man's gone. You can fall down, can you? There you go. Give you a whap. Okay, that's him dead. I mean, my playthrough in this... I've got... That looks painful. I didn't know they were shooting feathers at me. I thought they were shooting arrows. Okay, that is weird. Yeah, I've gotten lucky in terms of what I've been doing because, I mean, I did Margit. I then decided not to go forward. This stream I've just been doing this castle, really, is all I've done. But I have been over here a bit. I did go all the way up north, back to the chest. I got myself... where is it? This! Slowly restores HP. It's a really nice charm. It means I don't need to worry about healing when a fight's over too much. Unless I'm in particularly bad shape, because I will heal back up. Like, as you're seeing up in the top left. Look. It is healing. Albeit slowly, but it is healing. Can I avoid these people? Bye stealth. Is he just gonna not ever pay attention? That looks like it. Cool. Let's go talk to man. Because I can't be arsed fighting enemies. Kind of a wrong game to not be bothering fighting enemies in.
I'm in your debt for keeping the sword from those foreign creatures. I'm no longer...
There we go. We've rescued Vidal. That's not ideal. Apparently he held a grudge. The guy I like went past there. Let me just murder you quick. I did not expect that. I gave you a bit of a fright. Okay, just whack him. Come on. God damn. I should have just killed enemies. Didn't think they'd chase me up here. Any more of you? Any more of you? I've got a flying one. It looks like we've got another here. Trying to get at me. Okay, heal up. I'm in a bad spot to take care of that flying one, aren't I? Okay, let's chase after you. Okay, knocked him down. This is fine. Guy's dead. Okay, back to talking to Delph. It's the important thing here.
I'm in your debt.
Yes, you're in my debt, keeping the sword from those fallen creatures.
I'm no longer bound by duty. Once I've rescued Arena, I will spend my remaining days with her.
Any more to say?
Thanks to you, I will be reunited with Arena and devote my remaining days to her. Arena has a gentle nature, though. I only hope it remains intact.
Nice man. Doesn't know how to sit down properly, but what a nice man. We'll leave him his odd way of sitting alone. Is that really what I was being pointed to though? Like that fight down the beach? That does not feel like where these sites of grace were pointing. Like over here we're pointing to a castle. I was imagining like a bigger enemy. This guy was easier than Margaret. And he's not the one you're immediately pointed to. I really feel that I'm missing something. I really do. Because these sites of grace didn't point to anything. Like, I understand we're quite close to the end point. I can't help feel I've missed something. Something mildly important. Now, for now, let's go talk to... It was Irina, wasn't it? That man's daughter. I think she was over here, wasn't she? Just under a bridge. Good song by Red Hot Chili Peppers, that. But... Ah. She's not looking in the best of him.
Arena, how could this be? My daughter deserved better. The fault lies with me. I chose duty over
It's
my
never a
daughter's
happy
safety,
story.
and that is how fate has answered.
Now look at the corpse. No, but I can't examine and... Yeah, she's dead. Who could have guessed?
I'll find them. The foul wretches responsible for this. I'll hunt them down and exterminate every last one of them.
Okay, no.
Rest assured,
That's good.
Arena, it will be done. I'll find them.
Yeah, he's just repeating that now. Okay. He's gonna become a vigilante, I guess. Right. And I looked at it. I did have it inspect it. It told me she's dead. I'll inspect again in case anything changed. Ah. Still dead, apparently. Okay, with that done, am I finished in this area? Mostly yes, but we've got this big tree. It's kind of a important place in the map. So let's start in the pilgrimage, head south. See what kind of stupid stuff I run into. Also, is this guy supposed to be T-posing? Like, is that just a thing? Like, he's not on a cross or anything. Kinda odd to have a T-posing deity. I'm not gonna question that. You head south this tree. It said poked. Ah. It's asserting dominance. Of course. I mean, there's worse ways to assert dominance. Also, if I talk to you, can't remember. You're saying something about a tree, maybe? Oh. Mausoleum. I've got the mausoleum already. That bit's been done. Okay. Horse, let us be on our way. Just hit and run. They'll never find me. It's brilliant. There's not many games where you can hit and run with a giant sword off the back of a horse. I think GTA would be improved by giant swords, don't you agree? Just imagine GTA, but with claymores. Like, not medieval GTA. Like, just like actual modern GTA, but someone's got a giant sword for some reason. How stupid is that? Also, this is almost definitely a boss arena, isn't it? Got big pots. And they've got statue to resurrect me. Before I do anything else, clear the surroundings. Just give you a whap. Give you a whap again. Lovely. Is that all there is by this tree? Like, the map's a lot smaller than I keep thinking it is. Maybe it's because I usually don't use the horse. Maybe that's it. Yeah, there's almost definitely a boss in that middle bit. That looks very, like, boss-like. I don't know if it's like a big boss, or it's just like a side boss, or a mini-boss, or whatever the hell you want to call it. I wouldn't think it's a main boss. But yeah, around here, we've got a fire and a field. I could always do something with that. I mean, not put it out, like make more fire is my line of thinking. Ouch. Why am I still on my horse? I should just get off to fight these guys. It'd be far simpler, you know. Alright, there we go. Those guys are dead. Anything immediately here? There's a burning field. There's a little ledge down here. That's an item. Opera. Or something. I'll be honest. Coming across Opera in the middle of nowhere. A little disconcerting. Nothing below, so I shouldn't be jumping off. What's the chance of that being a friendly singer? It's slim. I mean, I really hope she wasn't a friendly singer. She did turn to face me, which I took as an act of hostility. Maybe I shouldn't have. Oh, she dropped a golden rune. 6, never mind. I'm fine with that. Yeah, I don't care if she was friendly or not. That is a lot of XP here. God. Like, imagine just seeing someone turning to face you and immediately thinking, oh yeah, hostile, murder. Like, in any real life situation, I really hope that's not the case with anyone watching. Also, these guys are demi-humans. Killed the optional bars party member. Ah, don't worry. The only kind of party you have in this game is like the Red Wedding that George R.R. Martin wrote in Game of Thrones. It's just death. You don't get friends. What's that? You've made a friend in Dark Souls? Well, they're gonna die. That's how it goes. They don't ever want you to have a friend. It's really upsetting. Because, like, the whole message behind the game, I thought at least, before playing it anyway, was that friendship's gonna, like, solve the situation. Don't know what the situation is, but friendship's the answer. Hopefully. It's like the My Little Pony thing, isn't it? Not that I really watch My Little Pony, but I'm fairly certain it's about friendship, isn't it? That's a key point. I'm sounding like a maniac right now, aren't I? I'm gonna shut it. I'm gonna shut it. Okay, time to fight. I mean, it's a boss, isn't it? Is it a boss I can fight from a horse? The 3 avatar. Okay. I mean, the film was in 3D. Not sure how that would have any effect on him being an avatar. But, I mean, James Cameron, you'd be proud. Okay, run away. I'm out of stamina. He's also doing whatever the hell that was. The guy doesn't seem too tough. I mean, I am just running circles around him. I could get like a death blow or whatever you want to call it when he's knocked down like that, but it involves getting off the horse. I feel is a bad idea in this situation. He's doing projectile attacks, god damn it. Okay, heal up. Heal up. I'm stuck in a tree. I'm stuck in a tree. Okay, we're just gonna hit him running. Hitting and running. It's fine. Just run away because I need to get more stuff. He's summoning projectiles again. Just run. Continue to run. Don't stop. Ow, there goes my horse. Okay, run away. Run away. Heal up. We can take him from here, right? Ouch. Okay, no, we can't. That horse is really helping out. It feels like cheating bringing a horse into a boss fight, but I mean, it lets you. It does let me do it. It seems to make it considerably easier when you can just run away at any given moment. Okay, now I know what kind of boss it is though. I feel good about my second attempt. Like, I don't know if it's gonna go well, but I'm feeling good. I'm also feeling like I'm doing less damage than before, but that might just be me. That might just be me getting an odd feeling. If you do get an odd feeling, you should probably see a doctor usually. I've got no idea if this is something I need a doctor for. I mean, I am riding around on a horse in a video game. Like, it's hardly something important. Ah, I'm a horse. That's the move that caught me last time. God damn it. Can I summon my horse back, or is it dead? Okay, I can summon it back. Hello, horse again. You're the same horse, right? Like, the other horse didn't die and we've got a new one. I hope. Okay, it's enough hits. Stay back for a moment. Run in. Give you a whack again. Half health. The horse is not doing the best. Yeah, Taurus is about dead. I think it's called Taurus, isn't it, the horse? He's not... Yeah, he's not doing amazingly. I think that's the horse actually dead right now. Can I summon him again? No, I can't. The symbol changed, so assuming it means I can't. I don't entirely know. I don't intend to find out in the middle of the boss fight. Back away. We do know this guy can be staggered. Maybe hit him with heavy charge attacks, if given the opportunity. Because that does a good job at staggering bosses and just generic enemies alike. Yeah, look, that's got me a death blow. Actually, a death blow? No, we're not quite dead, but we got a fancy attack in. And stab them in the crotch. We need one last hit. For Taurus, we will murder him. I'd murder him even if it wasn't for Taurus, but I will murder you and state that's what it's for. Finally get to pick up the sunflower we wanted. And we get that too. We're playing Bubble Tier? Bubble Tear? I'm assuming Bubble Tier, right? Crimson Burst Pistol? Tier? I don't know what those are, but I've got them! Hooray! Minor Earth Tree. This is? This is an Earth Tree of sorts, just not the same as the other one. Like, the main one. The one, like, kinda up there, just glowing at us. Okay. I mean, I'm not able to climb this, am I? Like, there's not a hidden path on it. That'd be silly. Of course there's not. Okay. Boss gone. That's another thing I can brag to Trainer about when he appeared. Because he was like level 42 or something. I saw him struggling to beat that yesterday when he tried to show me how good he is at the game. I've just ran in and beat it. So, ha! Take that, Drainer, if you're watching. Okay, next area. If I want to finish off down here, I've avoided Poison Swamp 1 and 2. I also don't think I've been into that pond. I can't remember going to a house or tower over there. Okay, we need to rest first. Site of Grace. Just go to this one. Sure. We need to get our flasks back. We need to get our horse back, most importantly. You charge him by just going between points in the fast travel, I'd imagine. I do want to level up anyway, so that's fine. There we go. Another way to being able to use a scythe. I want to use a fancy scythe. It sounds like a fun weapon. If not the most convenient weapon, it sounds like a fun. Alright. What have we immediately got? The Poison Swamp. How are you? Genuinely, what the hell is this thing? What skeletons? We're not the friendliest bunch. But we've got 4 arms. This guy like a magical mortar of some kind. He seems it. Okay, revive at a stake. I'm assuming it'll revive me right here, right? Yeah, right next to where I died. Let's take this a bit more methodically now. Is it a poison swamp? Yes. It is poison. We're checking. As long as it is poison, I'm just gonna let myself get poisoned and deal with it. Okay, it's about dead. Need one last hit on it. Come on. Okay, it's dead. I'm somehow not. Okay. I've been poisoned. Not ideal, but it's fine. I killed the biggest guy here. And I have displayed that I am dominant. I do need to heal, but this guy keeps chasing. Go away, you. Heal. No, died from poison for getting healing. Damn. That is not good. Hope that big face guy doesn't reappear, because it seems like he's going to be a pain. Right. It didn't give me an option to spawn at the stake. I assume that means he's properly dead. It normally does, when you don't get to respawn at a stake. But I mean, it could just not want to let me respawn there 2 times in a row. That's also a possibility. Alright, we've got these guys in here, are the guys who killed me last. Right, get their attention. Oh, yep, got some of their attention. Charge up and attack. Down goes 1. Or not quite down. Now down goes 1. There we go. Other one I will kill in a second. Here comes their friend, who can just die. I'm not even going to do anything fancy with you. And they're apparently marionettes. Now that I'm looking, they are. I thought they were skeletons. They're not. They're marionettes. I like the idea of wearing a cage though. How heavy? Same weight. I mean, physical defense is same. Better versus slash, worse against pierce. I mean, it's honestly about the same, but better focus and vitality. So, I'll wear it. Okay, I can't wear the gimp mask. If I take off the gloves, can I wear a gimp mask? No, I can't. If I take off the pants, can I wear a gimp mask? I can't. This looks stupid, I love it. I'm not going to though, because like the lovely face of our man, it needs to be on display for all to see. And oh, I don't like how that metal bends as he walks. I could understand it shifting side to side or something, but I don't like how it actually bends. Okay, marionette soldier incoming. Can hear the footsteps. Just roll. The marionette soldier's still right in the back. It's nothing too bad. Alright, I'll continue to murder that head guy then. Fair enough. Fair enough. Mr. Rejected Burger King mascot. Captain. He is the burger amalgamation or whatever. I don't know what you call him. But he looks like the Burger King mascot slightly. Like, you can see some of the resemblance in there, I'm sure. And ouch. Okay. His projectiles hurt. Makes sense. He's gonna be a pain to fight, isn't he? Be fine if he wasn't in a poison swamp, you know. It's always a bloody poison swamp. Can't think of one time I've played a Souls-like game where there's not been some variation of a poison swamp. Like, it's always there. It's part and parcel of the experience. Okay, get your attention. You're apparently an archer. That's not ideal for me. I kind of hoped he'd be a swordy man. He's not. Okay, I'm gonna be poisoned. Not good. It's just what's happening, I think. Nice! I mean, what if I just don't bother fighting? Like, is anyone chasing me? No. Never not. No, they are. Never mind, we're just taking their sweet time to get here. I expect them to come deeper in. That's fine though, we can still murder a guy. Just attack again, and dead? Dead. Poison's worn off. I will go fight this guy once his projectiles have stopped. 1, 2, roll away, back. This seems to be working, you know. Not amazingly so, but it seems like a solid enough strategy. I can run in once the projectiles have about stopped. 1, 2, I need one last hit. Not risking it immediately. Charge and attack. Ow, that charged attack did not work. Okay, killed him. I need to drink something. It's fine though. Wait for these projectiles to stop. Run on up. Okay, projectiles are still gonna fall, so try and escape. Okay, now it's just marionettes. There's a few of them, but I mean I've got big sweeping attacks, so it doesn't matter if there's a few coming at me at a time. There we go, we get a glint stone. Hell is that? Not in crafting, I'm going to here. Use FP to produce a magic bolt. It's like a single-use magic attack. Sounds like what it is. Doesn't sound useful. But I mean, I've got it. I guess it's just a different thing I can use and... Hello? Who the hell have I found? Burger Queen's been imprisoned.
It will do no good, I swear it.
Um...
And yet you persist. You frothing degenerates.
Doesn't seem to be having fun. But just kill her. Put her out of her mercy. Or misery, even. Just like a mercy act.
It will do no good.
I mean, she's just repeating the same line. I will go with whatever, like, the first thing I see in chat is. I will kill her if you want. Maybe get an item. I feel bad leaving her. I do. It's not marked as an enemy. They're saying no, John. Okay. I think yes. I do love it when you've got the signs. I've seen that, I think. Like, somewhere. I've got to. I've got to. Okay, next place I want to go. Up the hill. Okay. Going up the hill means I need to go this way. Where we're managing. I do like that mausoleum Bible. I'm not entirely sure why it got knocked down from what I did. But it's a lovely looking building and little monster? I think calling it a monster is a bit harsh. The creature was an interesting one. Just charge up and attack. They'll lower their guard to get a hit in on me probably. And oh, they can teleport. Okay. I mean, you can also die. That's what matters. There's not any more around. What is this place? And what have I missed by not coming here sooner? I'd imagine I've not, like, locked myself out of anything. They're Lord Swarm. I mean, okay. Fourth Church of Marika. I recognise that name. Is that this person? No. That's someone else. Who's Marika? I recognise that name. That's gonna bug me a bit. Also, we've got another T-posing god. Well, this one's a little bit higher raised arm. Like, maybe the gods are just doing YMCA. That's always my guess. Ooh, okay. Churches do mean sacred tears. I remember there was the other church. I think maybe the one with the guy T-posing. That had a sacred tear too, I think. I mean, I might as well just dump some in. There we go. And does it by chance have a graveyard around the back? That doesn't look very graveyardy, no. Is that a skull? I mean, I'll never say no to a little glowy skull. Oh, it's got a path. Path to the beach. See an item in distance. Or, it's not an item, that is this, what's this called? Site of Grace, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of them. I can't resist. I really cannot resist this. I really should resist it, but I mean, I'm just gonna charge in. I'm gonna just whack them. This is only going to end well. They can't actually grab me, I don't think. Not if I'm on a horse, I would have guessed. They still can hit, but they don't really do much. Let's just murder them all. We're all just trying to get a hug. But, I mean, I don't give hugs. It's Elden Ring. Hugs aren't allowed, they are forbidden by the law. I do feel bad for these guys though, because I remember when I fought them, I think it was Catacombs is what it's called. These guys will just respawn, they don't actually die permanently. It's not a thing that happens. But yeah, that's fine. One of them has a mushroom. That's what matters. What also matters is going along the beach. I've not been along the beach either. That's not very important, I wouldn't think. We've got... I'm assuming it's a land octopus. Found an item a while back. Like, I think it was a land octopus aviary. Or something. This has to be a land octopus. A lot of health, so we're not fighting it. Anything else along here? I mean, an item. And some smaller land octopi. That's just the golden runes that was used to lure me in. Fair enough. Fair enough. Why don't the beaches ever have anything interesting? I found a cave once. Like a coastal beach cave, or whatever the hell it called itself. This thing. Coastal cave. I found that before, so I'm hoping I can find more. Well, speaking of that cave, I haven't actually beaten it, have I? Last time I tried was when I first came into, like, the southern area. I think I tried to fight bosses using a single cleaver. And that was about it. Now I've got a giant sword. And some actual armour. I go for it again. I think I do, you know. I mean, what are my other options? I go into another poison swamp. I mean, not tempting, but I probably should go into the poison swamp in this area. I'd like to just scratch everything off, say, yeah, this area is done, leave it. That's everything. Okay. We'll go down here. We'll go down here. There is a bit of beach, apparently. We haven't investigated. Just to the west of this castle. But these loading screens go by quite quickly. I don't know if it's because my computer is particularly good or if they actually got around to optimising the game. It's quite nice. Anyway, horse. Finally getting into the habit of using a horse near enough constantly. What have we got down here? There should be beach. Yes, we've got a beach. Beach has dogs. I've been here before, haven't I? I think I have. I remember coming down to this beach. I'm gonna be disappointed when I go around this corner and there's nothing. Yeah, I remember that beach. I definitely went down there. Okay, poison swamp it is. Just east is fine. Might be slightly north, actually. Although I have just spotted a little glowy branch thing. If I'm thinking correctly, last one of these I found had a seed, didn't it? Yeah, golden seed, that's an extra flask. That is very nice to have found. Well done, me. Me, I'm actually doing something responsible for once. I don't know if responsible is really the right word. I've gotten something good. My messing around, just exploring things has been rewarded. Yeah, poison swamp. Corpses that'll stand back up, or not stand back up, but respawn after they're killed. What else have we got? Like, scout the area before I go in. They look to be infected with something. We've got big rock. Item in that central rock. Okay. That's fine. We've also got toxic slimes or poison slimes or whatever. This is all we need, right? It's just the golden rune. That's it. We like do anything else here? That feels really disappointing. Ah, thank you for following. I appreciate it, that by Racer. Yeah, I think I've done everything in this area then. Next place to go. I do like wrapping up things that I've started. I'm gonna go to that coastal cave, because I mentioned it a minute ago. I've not actually finished the coastal cave, have I? Like, I went in, I decided, actually, nah, I don't want to lose all my runes, no. I want to do this. Get off the horse. And I still can't fast travel? I thought it was because I was on the horse. It must think I'm in combat. Okay, just keep on running. That's still not able to get into the map. Game, I can assure you, no one's fighting me right now. Damn it. Okay, we're going on foot. We are going on foot. Okay. Okay, no, we can get a map now. I'm glad I just checked. Coastal cave we need to do. This kind of swamp area I need to do. That ravine. Got path out there, path up here. Then we've also got the bit past Margaret. Which presumably at some point lets me get to this little island. At some point I want to get to this island. I can't tell you how, because I have just noticed coastal waters tell you what parts are walkable. Because it's got like a little slightly more blue outline to land. Yeah. There's not a way over there unless I get a really good jump. I'm not gonna manage a really good jump, am I? I don't know how you'd get there. The character can't swim. I haven't tried it, but I'm almost certain it's true. When he's not done well.
What are you doing here? You must leave this place at once. They'll rush in and beat you to a pulp. You'll end up just like me.
Yeah, that guy's not doing great. Wrong button. I need to do this. Okay, now fight in here on my own terms. Let's go. We're able to murder people. It's the first time I've been able to fight in this place while seeing what I'm doing and then not having to use a sword with like a torch in my offhand. Or just something one-handed and a torch. Drop down here. These guys aren't difficult. I can one-shot them now. Far better than I was using a wooden club. Yeah, summon this guy. I do think I need him. I don't like summoning people. I really don't. But I don't know how I'll manage without him, because it's a boss fight against 2 people. I'm significantly stronger than the last time I was here, though. So, I mean, I'm a little hopeful. A little hopeful. Yeah, Mr. Knight's kinda woken him up. I've beaten one of these guys out in the wild. I'd imagine these guys are slightly stronger, but honestly, they're not seeming too bad yet. Get some of my stamina back. Give him a stab in the back. Nope, never mind. Get some more stamina in. Give him a big stab. Yeah, this is considerably easier now. I'm kinda regretting having summoned this guy. But, I mean, oh well, that's fine. We'll just murder them. Can I at least get the final hit? Yes, I can. Okay. Demi-human was in the back, yes. Hello, Mr. Demi-humans. Okay, now I can't sneak up on the boss. Not doable. Just not. One day I will actually manage that as an opening move. I just want to be able to stab the guys. That big hit. Then get a death. Oh, no, Istvan's kind of messed that up. This fight's way too easy with that summon. I shouldn't have summoned. I kind of expected it to still be a bit difficult to how badly I struggled before. I guess that just goes to show how much better I'm doing. And we can now do some sewing. Okay. That's nice. No, we're not returning to the entrance. We're going on this way. Okay. What are we getting in here? Why is it going further? Like, I know that guy at the front who came here to get a better reward for me from stopping him from being a tree. An odd thing to get rewarded for. Sounds like it'd be quite the peaceful life in this. But yeah, what are we running towards? It feels like we're going out. Out to where? Out to the island! Oh, that is nice. We have a site of grace here. I'd love to be able to teleport to this island without having to go through an entire cave system. I'd imagine there must be, right? Like, site of grace. It's not going to be one of the ones with little wisps around it, luring me in, is it? It's going to be something that I've overlooked, I'd imagine. Hello, birds. Okay. Immediately nothing. Oh no, never mind, there's a site of grace right up there. I'm just blind. Or refuse to look around. Or maybe just really not good at seeing things. Remembering that I'd seen them. I definitely had seen a site of grace from farther off. Like, I remembered seeing one. There, get myself a site of grace. Looks like a dragon in there, so let me just quickly rest and see if I can level up. No, I can't. That'd be anywhere near enough stuff. Well, I can use my seed that I found before. Lovely. More healing. And definitely dragon. Church of Dragon Communion. I mean, kill dragons, and I can get dragon attacks. Ah, hello Jackson. Good to see you again. How are you doing? I'm doing well myself. Before you ask in return, I'm just messing around. I've beaten this lower area, I think. I might have missed something because I swear the boss I fought down here wasn't as hard as like the Margaret person. But I mean, I could just be daft in thinking that. Who knows? Yeah, we've got an interesting thing we're doing here. It's good to hear you're doing well, Jackson. It's good to hear. Now, is there anything else in this island? Or is it just that? I mean, I say it as if that's a bad thing. Like, that's a good thing that we found how to, like, get dragon powers. We do have a lower layer down there. Map. Looks like you go down over that side. Okay, that means I don't need to chuck myself off the cliff. Always a positive when you don't need to jump off the cliff. Always a positive. A lot of animals in this island. Imagine this place has been mostly undisturbed, hasn't it? It's like whatever the hell happened that made everything kinda less pleasant to be about. Also, I'm not seeing the way down I'd hoped for. I'm gonna stick by the edge of the cliff. And, oh, item. A dragonfly head. Or a few of them even. That's a bit of a shame. I'd kind of hoped for something a little nicer. Then we've got skull. I saw a wispy thing here for a second, I think. Or am I daft? I swear I saw something white and blue. I might be going mad. I might be going mad. It's a definite possibility, that. Okay, what's the way normally to get down? Ah, this is the way down. Oh, murder you, please. And we get a somber smithing stone. That's probably good. I've got no idea what it does. It's probably good. It might be used for magic stuff, actually. Let me check my inventory quick. Special armament. What makes it special? Also, you can strengthen ashes. I've got a lot of stuff to use to strengthen ashes. Ah, and Raven as well. We've got everyone here. Hello. That's unusual. Don't usually have this many people dropping by. Good to see you, Raven. Good to see you. We beat Margaret the other day. It took me a while, but I beat him. Today I went to fight the honestly far easier boss, far south of the map, down over here. I feel that one's more of a first boss than Margaret, despite this being where you're initially in the signpost towards. And yeah, I think that's all we've got here for now. Go back to cave entrance. I talked to the man who was, I think dying. I think the demi-human guy was dying, right?
Oh. What are you doing here?
I mean, yeah. He'll end up like me. I'll give him the sewing needle.
Wait,
What does this do?
is that what I think it is? You got it back for me. My sewing needle.
I'm confused, but I'm helping the man. That's not where what I gave you is. He reached out to my cot.
A thing like that. My mum was a seamstress, and that sewing kit was all I had to remember her by. I always wanted to be just like sweet old mum. Then I suppose I can't just curl up and die.
You can go back to the round table. Am I actually making a friend?
Thank you. You're very kind. I always wanted to be a seamster like my mum. Then I suppose
I feel I've done a good deed, didn't I?
I can't just curl up and die, can I?
So what's gonna go wrong now? There's always tears, friend, him rushing in, then try beat. Okay, fair enough. Next thing to do. I mean, seeing as there are people in the chat, where do you want me to go? Because, I mean, we've got this swamp I kind of want to swing by. Got all of this stuff around here, haven't really investigated, just kind of followed the road. We could go past where Margaret was. Got a few things. I think before like getting any proper answers, there is a place I can use one of the stone sword keys. I'm gonna nip into here quick. Let's stick my stone sword key in. Not enough. How many do I need? I'd imagined I would need 2, right? There's 2 heads. Right. Did I not get 2? No, I only have 1. Alright, fair enough. This area shall remain a mystery for now. Probably for the best. That looks like poison down there, actually, now that I'm investigating. I don't think I want to go in there. I think next I'll do is I'll explore a bit to the south. See what we've got before the southernmost area. And it's you. I don't care for you. You want to teach me sorceries or something? I don't want magic. Magic I've heard is a bit powerful. Not that it's like necessarily bad or not fun to use. It's just it's not what I want to use. I want to use as a big, massive weapon. I need to use 2 words for large there, just to make sure you know how big a weapon I'm after. Also, stab him in the head. Apparently that's what you do. If I continue to attack him, like, does it have any negative consequences? Because, I mean, I could hit his weak spot, or I could just kill him. Because these guys, they're not gonna murder me. These are like your wandering nobles, aren't ones I can summon with my ashes. Guy on a horse, loads of guys in the back. This guy's lost his friend, poor man. I'll just give you a whack like this though. That's immediately gonna fall over, yeah. Which, I mean, fair enough. He's rather flimsy, I would imagine. He's got a giant metal stake going through his chest. But, I mean, he's not as tough as I kind of thought he might be. Yeah, just murder, man with shield, guy with big feet will come next. Although he did get some solid hits in right there. He's broken away from the chain. Just murder him quick before he does any more damage. There we go. That part shall never move again. I'll also murder you. There we go. I don't think there's much I'm gonna get out of killing these guys. Why am I killing them? I kind of just saw big men and got excited. I'm gonna go down this way. Big swamp. Don't think it's poison swamp, so we could go in there. Got crab, got campfire. Just past the crab. More importantly, we've got this. Let's do a quick drive by. I've missed him. I don't care too much about murdering the crab. Want to kill that. That gets me unsheathed. I don't know what I could put that on, but it could be useful. And yeah, as for... Okay, I was hoping to check the map. I think crabs don't like me. Which is fair enough. Oh, we've got a merchant! Oh, you look like a... Is that a wizard hat made out of metal, or is that a colander? I'm gonna assume it's a colander. Hello.
You must be the new Tarnished. You do well to steer clear of a Gill Lake, fledgling. A dragon roosts there, and it's as fearsome as it is majestic.
Dragons.
So, unless you're mad, or wish to be burned alive,
Is that the lake?
stay clear of the lake.
Is that why in the map we've got dragon burnt ruins? I just assumed there had been a dragon. If there currently still is a dragon, that kind of makes more sense.
Turn back before it's too late. Don't.
We're just gonna, yeah, we're just gonna keep telling me to turn back. I liked his hat though. I do enjoy the idea of wearing a colander on the head. There's certainly worse things to wear, I'd imagine. Certainly a lot better as well, but I'd imagine there's one. Now, something I do think I've noticed on the map. Yeah, we can go down to that beach. Get down though. We need to just drop in the right place. Where is the right place? Feels like it honestly might be here. I have just kinda dropped my save point. A bit of a far fall. But I think that's worked out. Anything immediately to drop onto? Got another thing there. That's one way down. Let's pick that skull off. We don't need it. Oh, we've got one of these rare flowers. Also a wolf. I'm sorry, Alpha Wolf. I do like dogs, I promise. Just not you in particular. Regret what that says. I mean, I found a rare flower. That's me got like 6 of them. Apparently exceedingly rare, but I've got 6 of them, I think. Is that a campfire down there on the beach as well? I would imagine so, so likely a friendly man. I guess jump down here? That as far as what I fell from up there? Kind of. Okay, I'll do a heal because I don't want to die. Okay, now that didn't deal any damage to me. drop down this. No damage. Now we're down. Got Naked Man with his sword. I fought one of them before. They weren't too bad, but they're hardly great. Can ignore him for now. That's a cave. Cave makes me think I'm in the right track. Is this a gravity stone cave? Because last time I fought one of those kinda naked dudes with a sword, he does very much end up like getting rid of the gravity from the gravity stones in that area or whatever. And I'm up there. I don't know what's going on up there. That worries me a bit. I found this item. There's definitely screaming men, isn't there? Like, that's not just me going insane. It's only damage negation, fire damage. That's good. That does worry me. I'm gonna actually have to fight something which uses holy damage at some point. Holy damage does not sound the most friendly. Because, I mean, my guy's an abomination. Yes. I'm quite worried for what holy damage would do to him. Okay, around here. Don't jump off left into the water. Gonna skirt around the edge. Item down by the beach. We've also got a crab. I do enjoy a nice crab. You always know what to expect from them. This one looks to have kind of spiky legs. He also seems to be very weak. That's fine. Because yeah, we can just finish him. I have noticed there is like the spot that appears in enemies, like a kind of orange glowy spot, telling you where you need to hit for the weak point. I kind of miss the days where you didn't have to just have it pointed out to you. You just had to figure out, okay, this guy's head's by the ground. Hit him in the head now that he's fallen over. Or go up to the big glowy piece in the golem's chest, it's on fire. Just figuring out the weak point on your own. It felt nicer. I'm not gonna say I dislike, necessarily, having it pointed out to me more obviously. But it does definitely make it easier in some ways. Okay. Continue to murder him. He is staggered, so I can't just finish him now. Pillage. Asher Ward Gravitas. It's got ass in it, so I kinda want to use it. No, not there. Infantry. Do you have a way to look at Ashes of War? Here we are. Small armaments and whips. But not what I have. Not my giant sword. That's a shame. That sounds like a kind of fun thing to just have. Yeah, mighty shot, light bows and long bows. Also weapons. Can't have wild strikes. That makes sense. That's using a katana. That's all melee, can have that. Okay. I've not found anything I can really stick onto the Colossal Zweihander that I've currently got. But that's fine. It's fine. Also, imagine falling down here before you've unlocked your horse. That's entirely a thing you could do. Like, you just can't escape, can you? Without your horse. Like, you need to use this thing. Glad I've got my horse. Oh, Taurus. Or Thorin, or whatever his name is. Very good horse. Okay, what do I need to investigate? So, head directly this way. Is this just a channel down there? Not entirely. Now, we've also got this guy. Haven't seen him before. But no, I have. I've seen him in the dark. which is why I don't recognise him. He is just a demi-human. What have we got? Red eyes. Why are our eyes red? Ow. Okay. Maybe just fight them normally. Don't use my horn. To make sure I actually am in range when I hit them. Fine. Okay. We're managing. I don't need to heal. We're all good. God almighty, there's more. I might drop a heal to be safe. I don't want to die to some daft demi-human guy. Like, that would be silly. Like, I'm not cocky enough to just fight them when I could potentially die. Because fighting a group of enemies gets you your flask back anyway. Like, when you've won. It'd be silly of me not to do that. What have we got down here? Is there actually anything other than just people? It looks like it was just demi-human types. Odd thing to have, like, as the sole thing we're coming across. Okay. Okay. More demi-humans. Let me just do a drive-by on them. Possibly, but I should maybe stop sprinting while I do. Okay, we can drive by them. Could be a little careful. I doubt Torrin's the happiest about me doing that. And yeah, continue heading this way. It's just the forest. Forests probably aren't too bad. More demi-humans. We're gonna find another demi-human, like, cave. What are we gonna find as we go by here? Oh, I almost hit you. There we go. There's got to be some reason all these demi-humans are in this area. We've got boars, we don't need them. That wasn't a glowy boar, was it? That was just a herb behind the boar. Yet, I was willing to leave you alone, but you just had to come at me wanting to die. What's that down there? That's a glowy thing in a forest. Find what we're gonna do today. We're gonna find a way across that. Have I not been down there? I don't think about it, I haven't. I went up here, crossed a bridge above a ravine. I've not explored this area. Okay, we're gonna go do that in a second. We aren't just, like, wrapping up little bits of exploration and... Oh. Oh. You're a tree, apparently. Is this guy also an enemy? No, that guy's actually a tree. No, not he is an enemy. I am really confused. Can these guys turn at will into trees? I thought when we came across a guy before who was stuck as a tree, he told me he'd been transformed by some kind of a mage. It's one of the demi-human mages that did it. It could be, you know. Could be. That is just my theory on a game. But yeah, we need to get into that kind of foresty ravine. That's what we need. This foresty ravine had a little... Like, what kind of colour would you say it was called? It's a kind of pale blue. Kind of colour that I haven't really seen before. Also up here, we have one of these things. I mean, I've found it now properly. Forlorn Hound. Should I try it? I should, shouldn't I? I can't just run past it. There was another one I found before. There's a man with a shield and... a greatsword, or was it a spear? I can't quite remember. That was a difficult one. This one is just the, like, dancer from Dark Souls 3 by the looks of things. Oh god, they can teleport up to me. They get a heal. Heals don't help a lot. You inflict bleed as well, so be careful. I thought he was going to teleport, he didn't. Ow, that hit me. Okay, heal. I got the healing. It's probably needed. I need to heal again though. Guy doesn't seem too bad, apart from the fact I can't for the life of me read what he's doing. Okay. He seems doable. I'm willing to fight this man. He's not going to be easy, but I'm willing to fight the guy. It could certainly be a lot worse. Doesn't stagger though, does he? Or at least he hasn't from my previous attacks. I was going to say, should I try like charging a heavy attack like this? But no, that would be stupid on him. He's kind of dex build, isn't he? That'd be silly. Why would I do that? I'll give it a few attempts. I'll give it a few. I'm not just gonna immediately accept that it's not working. And no, that did definitely hit him. That looked to stagger him slightly. Okay, no. He definitely teleports him. I charge it in anticipation. Maybe that's what you do. I need my stamina back. Okay, yeah, hit him. I was gonna say do another roll there. Medium load means it's slightly unresponsive. Not by a like large amount. That means I can't roll as quickly as I'd like. I'd like to get back to medium load if possible. That's not really happening. Oh, we can get a stagger phase. Okay. Death blow. Charge up an attack. That got a lot of damage in as he was getting up. Okay, charge and attack. He was out of range, damn it. I really hoped he was in range here, because that would have been probably enough to get him into another stagger phase. Okay, just whack him, honestly. Like, power through the attacks. Okay. I thought he was 2 hits away, he was apparently 3. Well, that's fine. He's definitely beatable. He's definitely someone I can manage. I'm not just wasting my time fighting him. Up here again. Guys get to just collapse and reform on command. What odd caterpillars, but I won't question it. I'm not a caterpillar myself, so they're allowed to do whatever they like. Charge and attack. Now back away. Back away, yeah. Whack him again. Ouch. Okay, yeah, I might be getting a bit aggressive here. Maybe I shouldn't. He's awfully far away. Charge and attack? No. I had him come in slightly after that. Okay, heal, quick. God damn. He's good at murdering me, isn't he? I swear he's... at least, not him, but a lot of the bosses. I don't think I've come across one who doesn't mix things up by chucking in extra attacks into their attack patterns. I don't remember that being quite so frequent a thing in the like Dark Souls 3 that I played before. I'm not against it. I wish it was more readable than them just chucking in extra attacks. Yeah, he doesn't get staggered by the attack itself. But 2 hits from that, I get a death. Wait a moment, charge my attack. No, that did not work. I'm now dead, am I? I'm not dead. I'm amazed. That's what I am now. Nope, that was not the time to charge an attack. Got it. I'm getting greedy trying to charge my attacks against them. I know I am. It works really well. Is he gonna teleport in? Yes. Okay, got a good heavy attack in there. One more and he's in a death blow state, but I will kill him. He's gonna die from this, he's got to. Yeah, there we go. He was an interesting one. Possibly slightly over-leveled for him, but... Is that a curved blade, scimitar? What's it gonna call itself? Yeah, I need to go through a loading screen to get back out. What kind of weapon was that? Curved greatsword. Ooh. I need a single point more dex. I could use that. Well, looks like it could be good. I don't usually like blood loss though. Yeah, that's powerful looking. I don't know, mushroom people are bad in Dark Souls. I mean, generally, mushroom people in Souls games, they will poison you. So be careful of that. They might emit like spore clouds or something to do it. Apart from that, they're probably not that bad to fight if you're fighting them. That'd be my guessing. Like, I'm not making a statement based on what I know. I'm making an educated guess from what I have known about these games. I mean, if you can lock onto them with like the camera lock, then they're definitely bad. That's the only bit of information you need if you're trying to figure out if you're your enemy immediately from a distance. Up here, what have we got? We have that one of these starlight shards. It is. We'll buy this. Then we'll do that like forested chasm bit that I noticed on the map, but I haven't actually been to, despite having done most of the stuff in that area. Hello, wizard. Just kill him, please. Get off. Torin, or Taurus, I can't remember his name. Royal House Scroll? What does that do? Does it get me, like, the title deed to a royal house? Immediate guess. Learned sorcerer. Oh, this man can chase me. I apologise for not murdering you before. Clearly you're rather impatient. Anything else here? Got a flip base. But I don't think there'd be anything else here, would there? I think that scroll's probably about it. Quick flick off of here. No, it's just like a camp. Don't have anything interesting, are they? Okay, map. We're gonna explore this area, and then I will probably end the stream there, because I've been doing a decent bit. I did a fair amount yesterday, streaming wise. And well, I've got souls to spend as well. Or runes, sorry, not souls. Can't possibly be calling them souls. I wonder how many runes can I get from using these. These give 200, I believe, so that'd be 2,600. Presumably, like, it doubles from there. It's not enough to get to 24 faith, but I might use this. See how much that gives. 2,000. Okay. Use that one. Use all of them. 2,600 from that. Rest. And that gets me 2 levels. Gets me 1. I need a lot. A lot of souls. Okay. And another, like, 700, I think, to be safe. Use... I'm gonna say... 2 of them's probably enough. 800, that's good. We got a couple extra levels than I would have otherwise had here. That little bit closer. Having... side. I do hope the side's good, by the way. If it's not, I'm going to be really disappointed. I mean, my other choice of things is a curved greatsword. Which, I mean, I like Colossal Sword because it's just big. It's not particularly great, but it's big. Big Axe, I could be convinced. Morning Star, I like, but I told myself I wasn't going to do hammers. I don't know what the scythe's going to be like. I gave it a quick test before. It seemed to be like it does good single target attacks. Maybe against small groups. It should be fairly decent. It should be fairly decent. We're gonna head immediately to this side. Skirt around to the east, try and get past this not really mountain, kind of cliff face thing. Oh, we've got a guy there. That's north, isn't it? Yeah, I was heading the wrong way. Okay, we're heading this way. I'm sorry, we've gone the wrong way. It's along that path up there, through all the trees. Who'd have guessed, going through the trees takes you to forest. Madness, I know. Oh god, I should have known that. I should have. Gold rune, 200 runes. It's alright, but I get it on command, so that makes it far better. We've got sheep. We've got towers. I mean, I'd be mad if I didn't at least investigate the towers. It doesn't look to have anything I need, so ignore it for now. There's nothing in there. Got a house. Got windows. Door's a bit boarded up. Butterflies. Get lumber. And oh, those have some kind of disease. That may be madness or whatever. I remember hearing madness as a status effect in this, which just kind of insta kills you, or something of that nature. I can't quite remember, but possibly dangerous. Does that mean I can find a way into this house? It's like Plague House. I don't know, but I have a feeling I'm not fitting down that chimney into the just black that's in there. Yeah, this is facing a tree where I've already been. I want to go north. How do I get north? Let's go down here. Yeah, it's literally just down there. Alright. Follow path. There was something blue and glowy I saw from a distance. You can't hide it from me. These people have yellow eyes too. Be careful. They'll just seem to be yellow. And that lets them shoot lasers out their eyes. Seems a bit far-fetched. Alright. If I go over here with that quick, yep, sacred tier, thought it would be. I'm gonna want to fight these guys while not indoors. And I don't actually need to fight these guys, but I want to, so fair enough. Okay, big rat, bit scary, but give him a big old whack, and they're a lot less scary immediately. Yeah, so we need to jump up to me. Now he needs to jump down. Give him just a couple hits, should stagger hopefully. Big rat, you got anything on you? Nah. Nah, he doesn't. I never do. It'd be nice if it actually dropped stuff, some of these bigger enemies. I feel there's a lot of enemies who could have some fancy item drops, but maybe I'm just getting unlucky with them. Maybe that's all. Oh, this guy's still about. I thought I'd gotten rid of you all. Apparently I'd missed one. There he goes. Sacred tier. That's good. Flames of Frenzy. Or Flame of Frenzy. That's magic, isn't it? Yeah. But why I've got different things at the top. Incantations and sorceries are different. Incantations use faith. Meaning I could use this. I can shoot fire from my axe. Yellow fire. It sounds like a urine infection or something of that nature, but it's not. It's coming from my eyes. It can't be urine. It's fine. Down this way. Paper wings. I can lock onto them. I see a tail. That is one of these demi-human types. Get you hitting on you. These guys want to fly, do they? Well, who can play at that game? I can't fly, but I can hit you while you're flying. On the ground. He's not dead. He's just a sleeper. Something. I mean, he's soon to be dead, but... Oh man. Yellow ember. What's up with this place? Why is it all yellow? Embery. I must say I'm a bit confused. Like, is this... If you look at the item description. What is it? Crafting material? Found in lands afflicted by frenzy. Okay. It's afflicted with frenzy. That means it's some kind of a disease, infection, plague, that nature of thing. Also found the Site of Grace. Just activate it, we don't need to rest. Because, I mean, yeah, this thing which lets me just passively heal, it is god-awful amounts of brokenness. It really does seem to be a bit powerful. Ow, I missed you. Okay, just murder it. That's not fine. Still managing against me. There we go. I can't remember what I was saying. But... yeah. Plagues and whatnot. Frenzy's one of them. The people in the castle didn't have yellow eyes, so they were frenzy, whatever that means. I'm assuming it means you'll attack whoever. Like a kind of frenzied state or whatever. I don't know what you'd want to refer to otherwise. And weathered straight sword. I have a straight sword already. Weathered variant any... Sir? I mean... it's just easier to use. It's just overall worse. Slightly lighter though. Kind of thought maybe if it was weathered it would be corroded, maybe inflicts poison damage, but apparently not. Now down there is where I kind of want to be. Face my character the right way. Yeah, want to get down there. How does one get down to there? I had assumed go through this kind of village. I'm starting to think I need to go more so around the edge. Like, maybe make my way along the coast, perhaps? Not beach down there, who is there? I'm a little lost. I could drop onto this. Drop there though. I need to parkour over to that, like that guy's done. But that means I could just go across the bridge, drop down. Would be my better option. Okay. That being the case, I can still drop down here. What's down here? Lightning. Is that lightning part of the frenzy, or is that just actually lightning? I mean, whatever it is, it's probably not safe to get hit by. Okay. One big jump attack takes care of you. Same with this one. I can just land the heavy jump attack. There we go. We need to get on our horse. And do we have a weapon that wouldn't attract lightning? We have our wooden club. Where's our wooden club? Did I sell that maybe? I think I might have sold that at some point. Okay. Be a little careful. Just hit and run, please. There we go. Got lightning strike magic. That's all we needed. Whack these guys now, because they're kinda gonna be on my nerves if I don't. They can fly after me, I'd imagine. Come on. Down goes a second. Down goes a third? No, not quite. Really get off my horse, shouldn't I? It'd be a lot easier. Yeah, give him a whack. Give you a whack. Come on. Down they go. Anything else I want from here? I mean, we've got interesting looking plants. Looks to be lightning related plants. So try and grab them. Could be good in crafting. I'm not certain. Get to the other side, just like the chicken would. And no, that's it. It's got more bats coming to murder me. That's my reward for coming over here. I mean, I've had worse rewards. I've had one. Not by much, but I think I've had ones. Yeah, boys, big yellow glowy areas. As if everyone knows, that's where lightning strikes. Although, why is lightning depicted as yellow? Actual lightning's more like a blue, isn't it? Why does that become a thing? I've never once questioned that. Also, that lightning strikes high faith requirement, which makes me think it should be good. Anyway, back to what I was up to. How does one safely get down here? From here. Not by doing that. Not by doing that. Yeah, I don't think there was really a safe way. I got the items I wanted. That's fine. Okay. Do we have an actual village to explore up here? I think we did. Explore that, then go into the forest. Looks to be like it's just a lot of rats for the most part. I don't really know for certain. Also, gold tinged excrement. Absolute hell does that do? Not an item, is it? No. It's use. Okay, it is just actual animal feces, just a regular variety. Nothing fancy about it. Anyway, village. You got anything for me? Your little villagey place. There's men who've been inflicted with frenzy. Can spit fire from their eyes, which means, yeah, understandably, they're kind of looking like they're in pain. Well, they do also seem to be kind of frozen in time, don't they? Until I come up to them. Just peculiar. It is peculiar. Although we do have an item. Crest wooden shield. That could be useful. I doubt the flame crest makes it any more resistant against fire, does it? That doesn't seem likely. It's like covering yourself in a picture of lightning. Become more resistant to lightning strikes. That's not how it works, is it? At least in real life it's not. This game could be different. Could be different. Yeah, I need to find my way north. So, this is this way. Currently going west, but we need to then look round here. Then need to kind of drop down. Yeah, I think down there to that bridge. To follow this around, I did have a way of him down before. Is we're not getting our stuff back from over there, by the way. Unless it's up on this cliff. Yeah. We're yeah, that way. I don't know quite what I had souls-wise or runes-wise, but it's not worth jumping to my almost definitely inevitable death. I got what I needed out of the area. You don't lose items in death. Only your runes. So that's fine. Okay, from here, got this guy again. Oh, I didn't think you'd respawn. I thought you were like a one-off guardian of the bridge. But no, you're permanently around, are you? Just whack him a bit. There we go. Drop me his dagger again. Drops me his ring. I hope he wasn't using that as like a belt or anything. I'm just like loosened his trouser. That'd be a bit mean to do to a dead person who we've just killed. Yeah, disrespectful that, if that is the case. Well, to be fair, I did kill him. Maybe it's not the highest concern. That is a hole. I mean, hole or poison? Why not? Why not both? Why not both? I'll do both this stream. So, it's left. That worries me. How far do I go down? That's something actually up here. Yeah, activate the Site of Grace. What the hell have I found? I didn't expect to find a mine. Yeah, if I activated that. Looks like that ledge had the bit of writing. There's definitely something bad. Okay. Let's get ready to jump off. Okay, there are things around here. That gets me smithing stones. From here, jump down to that. Jump down to here. And then I'm actually down. I'll get this better on my way up, I feel. Let's get ready to jump off. Nope, I jumped way too soon there. Is there even going to be anything good up there? The answer is an almost definite no. They've not graced us with the ability to have a lift that spawns nearest to where you're respawning. You need to still manually activate these. I swear it wouldn't be too hard to code in. Have a lift in a state depending on where you've spawned. Spawn somewhere in the mines? Fair enough. Spawn it in the bottom. It's not hard, it's like a single variable you'd need. God damn, I missed that again. Okay. We'll get it. We'll get it next time. We'll get it next time. I will manage. I swear I will. I don't know why I'm swearing that I will. It seems a daft thing to swear to do. And... okay, in a demi-human cave. So I want to have a little explore while I wait for the lift. This is my last attempt at it. If I don't get it this time, I'm just gonna give up. I got it. I got it. Activate my little light. And nothing. That was not any way, shape, or form worth doing. Ah, how fun. How absolutely enthralling. Well, it could make it a bit nicer, couldn't it? Like, just leave something in there. It's a hard place to get to. Okay, I need to take my annoyance out on you. I'm sorry, my man. They're dying ever so quickly, I'm assuming. Good guy. Down there. That should be a stone sword key. If I'm understanding what the little hint means. That didn't quite work as planned, but I'm not dead. That's all good. Ah, one of you are ranged. Okay, that's annoying. Take care of you. There we go. Take care of you. Take care of flying guy. No, that's not even a stone sword key. Yeah, just heal up. Why is he shooting feathers from his bow? That seems off to me. It's like plucking them from himself. They're not his feathers, are they? Well, this guy is just mine. You care about me? You do if I steal your own. Okay, that's fine. Actually, quite the tough man. He is dead now, however. This should get us all the smithing stones we hopefully need for a long while. Strong attack, follow it up with 2 regular quick attacks. Should do me fine. I was assuming the miners were down here as like captives, but they seem dedicated to their work. I'm willing to kill them. It doesn't take a lot for me to be willing to kill someone in this game. It has to be said. Okay. A lot of places we can go. Let's go down this. Ah, that is a drawbridge? Is that stairs? That's stairs. This guy's having a break, but he will attack me now that he's woken up. How rude. I am willing to spare these people if they just don't attack me first. But no, they seem to want to die. So I'm happy enough to oblige. He's coming in. Got a hit in. Get another. He's dead. I'm liking Big Sword. Big Sword's doing good for me. It is. It seems far better than the dex weapons you get. I know Drainer was telling me, get the Uchi Katana, it's a really good weapon. But nah, I'm not all that bothered about dex weapons. Lead weapons, I mean, are good as well. I think that's the main reason he was recommending it. But it's not my kind of thing. I don't like bleed weapons. I feel almost like cheating. Usually they're dex weapons anyway. Take care of you, I get a proper look at you while I'm killing you. Your skin looks almost like a rock. Is that why these guys are hard to kill? Because they're like calcified or whatever? I don't know. You get a chest with spotted flesh. Exalted flesh. How is it here, right? Boosts my physical attack temporarily. Another item I'm never gonna use then. Lovely. That's too obvious. But not an enemy in of itself. Okay, no, we've got this guy though. You're not happy with me being here. We've also got a very glowy path. Very good. Wrapped crystal. Doesn't tell me kind of item. I would assume crafting material then. Yeah, crafting material. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think this is the way I haven't. Never mind, I can't go that way. It's blocked. Wait, the conundrum, isn't it? Coming across a blocked path. Oh, there's another one of these beastie men. Okay, fallen down. Possibly good that I have. Help you quick. I do want to do a heal. I know I passively heal, but I don't quite trust that. Yeah, I think that does more damage than my backstab, yeah. Just charge attacks up on them. We've got another fancy item. It's gold runes. Not as fancy as I'd hoped. But somewhat fancy. Give you a whack. Give you another. Dead easy. These demi-humans. I'm assuming that's what they are. I don't know what else I'd call them. Okay. Now, I need to jump over that. I need to climb a ladder. Immediately, another man. That looks like a kind of suspicious wall. I don't know why. Not an illusory wall, is it? No. It's a very much normal wall. Alright, that's fine. I think I can just drop down, can't I? Okay. Grab that. Might as well just grab all the stones while I'm here. I think this way is new. This way looks new. I've got an item. Soft cotton, maybe stops bleeding. That's it. If I finished the cave, I kind of expected something to be in here. Can't fast travel. I need to actually manually leave. Okay. If I missed anything else then. This feels like a way down. I have a feeling this is a way down. A way to a boss. The fact I can drop down easily makes me think possibly it's a boss. That looks like a boss. Yeah, I can't leave. They're misbegotten, these films. Okay. He's not like a demi-human. They've got an actual title. And yeah, this guy guarding a pile of what looks a bit like gold. It's probably not gold. I know gold usually has a lot of value, but I don't think it holds much value in, like, Elden Ring world. But yeah, easy boss, first try. He's just a fancy enemy. And Rusty Anchor, is that a weapon? I really hope so. It's a great axe. I want to use it. Has pierce damage as well. Okay. Do I just... I mean, it looks fun. I know I wanted to save, but... Anchor. Anchor is good. Alright, alright. Do we have anything else here? That doesn't look it. This looks like gold, but I doubt there's anything I can do with it. Is this it? I think this is it. Alright, back to top. Then into the forest. Then we'll need to figure out what we do next time. Need to send a message off quick. It's fine. Just letting someone know that I've seen their message. Yeah, now we're going down this way. I don't want to be using this currently. But do change back to the Zweihander. Those bats are going to drop down? Yes, they are. Stay away, because I can't be arse. Now, this way is where I saw that shiny thing earlier. The bats have come for me anyway. God damn it. They're not even tough, these bats. They're just a nuisance, because they're rather persistent and have ranged attacks. Let's get me a charge back for my healing though. And that is poisonous plants. Avoid them. Unless you've got an item. You've got an item. Golden rune, not worth going in any further for. Yeah, where's the thing I saw from a distance? That would be it. That'd be what I'm after. And we have come across demi-humans. Or just forgotten? Now these ones are demi-humans, right? I think so. I think the other ones, fair enough. I can see them as being different. I thought maybe demi-human covered a larger spectrum of people, but it seems not. Seems not. Gold-tinged excrement. Lovely, I didn't even get anything good. What I wanted, I'd seen from a distance. This. Why is it silver? What is... I can examine it. Now I've got footprints. Okay. This guy is just having a wander. I'm just having a walk with him, I guess. Where's he? Where's he going? I mean, directly down. Where now? Am I gonna find like hidden treasure for doing this? I've got no idea what I'm gonna come across. I'm hoping it's good, because it's kind of like an escort mission, but minus the enemies, and the escort, and the mission. It looks dangerous. He's walking in. Is that all he's doing? Guiding me here? I mean, Earthbore Cave. I mean... It's an immediate chest. In a new cave. Who wants to murder me? No one? Oh, fuck. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I might just die in here because I can't see. I forgot to turn on my torch. I was going to, but then I thought, you know what, just open the chest, then leave it at that. Can't see who I'm fighting too well. I'm mostly capable. It's not the most capable. Gotten rid of some. Get rid of you next. And we've got one more. Then we heal. And we're still one of you, apparently. Come on. I know you're not dead. Guess we're exploring this now. Oh no, there's still another one. Is that all of you? I hope so. I mean, going deeper in, there's light coming from above. There is a lot of rats. A lot of dead people. Or a lot of skeleton type dead people. These rats! Yeah, no, they are against me. If they haven't attacked yet, I was kind of wondering, are they passive? But no. I think we're just a bit confused, is all. What am I wandering into? It's deeper in. Okay, I'm gonna backtrack first. Make sure I know the way out. I will go deeper in. I'm gonna make sure I know how to escape. Is it as simple as just go up this path? It is. We've got one of those summon things. And we have the chest from before. Then give it a search. Pickled turtlenecks. Fair enough. That could be useful, I guess. I like this little hip plate I've got through. That is even more useful than pickled turtlenecks. Well worth the buy. Okay. Deeper in. Gonna have a jump into the hole. And be generally a bit confused at what we find, I'd imagine. A small pool of water. And pick up the flies. Okay. Wandering into that as a boss arena. Almost certain. Hey. Don't have any other way out. Can't fast travel. I don't want to murder the bear. Seems rather nice. He's less nice now, if he's tried to attack me. Yeah, much less nice now. Hits hard. Hits fast. Okay. How did I do? Not amazing. Not amazing. Heal. Yep, that was worth the heal. I'm not gonna properly fight this guy today. I'll maybe fight him tomorrow, but I mean, I'll give him an attempt. I do kind of need to wrap up the stream in a second. Get another big whack in. Nope, missed that one. I don't know how many I need to knock him down. I do want to be able to knock him down. God almighty. Mr. Cameraman, let me figure out what's going on quick. Okay. Honestly, the hardest thing about this guy is that he's kinda large. And that messes with camera a bit. Especially in a small space. Okay. We're mostly fine. Charge and attack. There we go. Stay a little bit back. Ouch. Never mind. There we go. That's going to be the stream for now. That's going to be it for now. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll beat this bear. We'll finish exploring this little foresty area I've come to. Then I think go past where Margaret was. Go past where Margaret was. But yeah, that is all for now. Our man, he's doing well for himself. I never really expected him to. But he's surprisingly doing quite well. But now though, that is me. I do hope anyone still likes sitting about, has enjoyed. But for now, that is the end. I've enjoyed myself. You enjoy the rest of your day, or evening, or whatever it may be, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye for now.